Among the largest primates on the planet, two stand out as true giants of nature: the gorilla and the orangutan. Although these incredible animals live in completely different habitats and never meet in the wild, the idea of a hypothetical battle between them sparks curiosity and debate. Both are incredibly strong and intelligent, but if they were to face off, which one would have the upper hand? To determine this, we need to take a closer look at their physical attributes, abilities, and lifestyles. Gorillas, for example, dominate the dense tropical forests of Central Africa, moving in powerful groups led by a dominant silverback. Orangutans, on the other hand, are the undisputed rulers of the treetops in the lush jungles of Borneo and Sumatra, where they spend most of their lives swinging from branch to branch with surprising agility. Both primates are remarkably intelligent, perhaps even more so than some people out there. They rely on a diet mainly consisting of fruits, leaves, and other vegetation, and their physical strength is nothing short of extraordinary. Size and strength. When it comes to physical stature, the gorilla stands out as the largest primate in the world. The eastern gorilla, specifically Grauer's gorilla, can reach 1 meter and 80 centimeters in height when standing upright and weigh an astonishing 275 kilograms. Its body structure is incredibly robust, with broad shoulders, a powerful chest, and arms that extend beyond 2 meters in wingspan. Its musculature is designed to provide unmatched brute strength. Gorilla can lift over 800 kilograms, placing it among the strongest animals on the planet relative to its body weight.
Oh man!
The orangutan, despite being a giant in the treetops, is relatively smaller compared to the gorilla. An adult male can grow up to 1 meter and 30 centimeters in height and weigh around 130 kilograms in the wild. However, in captivity, where food is more readily available, some orangutans can exceed 200 kilograms. What truly stands out in these primates is their arm span, which can reach up to 2 meters and 20 centimeters, surpassing even that of gorillas. The significant difference in weight and musculature already suggests a physical advantage for the gorilla, which is both heavier and stronger. But does that necessarily mean it would win in a confrontation? Strategy and fighting style. Raw strength alone is not the only factor that determines the outcome of a fight. The behavior and instincts of each of these primates could play a crucial role in deciding the winner. Gorillas, despite their massive size and incredible strength, are generally peaceful and social animals, living in structured groups led by a dominant male. However, when challenged or threatened, they can become fearsome opponents. They rely on powerful punches, devastating bites, and crushing blows to overpower adversaries. Additionally, their deep, thunderous roar can be enough to intimidate predators and rivals before a fight even begins. Orangutans, on the other hand, are more solitary and have adapted to life in the trees, which gives them a different approach to conflict. They rarely engage in direct confrontations, often preferring to avoid fights altogether. However, when forced into battle, they can be incredibly agile and unpredictable. Natural weapons: canines, bite force, and raw power. In the wild, survival depends not only on intelligence and size, but also on the natural weapons each animal possesses. Both gorillas and orangutans have sharp canines, primarily used for intimidation rather than hunting or fighting. Many might assume that because gorillas are herbivores, their bite is not particularly strong. However, this couldn't be further from the truth. Studies reveal that a gorilla's bite force can surpass that of major predators like lions and even tigers. With an estimated pressure of around 1,300 pounds per square inch, their teeth can easily crush bones and break through tough tree bark. Interestingly though, gorillas rarely use their powerful bite as their primary weapon in combat. Instead, they rely on their immense raw strength. With arms capable of lifting over 900 kilograms, their hands become devastating weapons. Punches, shoves, and crushing blows are their preferred methods of attack. In a direct confrontation, a gorilla could send an opponent crashing to the ground with a single strike or even break ribs with a direct hit. Orangutans, despite also possessing formidable canines, are far less inclined toward physical fights. Their solitary and tree-dwelling lifestyle has led them to develop a different approach to conflict. When threatened, orangutans prefer to avoid direct combat, relying on intimidation tactics instead. They produce deafening screams, inflate the air sacs in their throats, and bare their teeth in a menacing display. If their opponent does not back down, a fight may ensue. However, unlike gorillas, their attacks are less destructive, consisting more of quick slaps and fast lunges rather than sheer brute force. Endurance and lifestyle. Who can endure more? In the animal kingdom, physical endurance can be a decisive factor in a fight. Unlike predators that rely on bursts of energy to hunt, gorillas and orangutans lead relatively peaceful lives, not having to constantly chase prey or fight for food. The gorilla, with its robust and muscular build, is incredibly active. It spends its days exploring the forest, climbing trees, traversing rough terrain, and sometimes facing territorial challenges from rival males. While its diet mainly consists of leaves, fruits, and occasionally insects, its metabolism supports its massive muscle mass. Moreover, dominant males must always remain alert to challengers seeking to overthrow their position within the group. This means that, even without hunting, gorillas must be constantly prepared for a confrontation. On the other hand, the orangutan leads a more secluded and solitary life. Living in the treetops, it skillfully moves between branches, using its long, flexible arms to cover great distances without touching the ground. Its diet is also primarily fruit and foliage, but unlike gorillas, it does not need to confront rivals on a daily basis. This difference in lifestyle suggests that the orangutan may not have the same endurance for direct combat. Its expertise lies in agility and the ability to avoid danger, rather than enduring prolonged confrontations. However, one should never underestimate intelligence and strategy. Sometimes, knowing when to flee can be more effective than fighting. The hypothetical battle. Who would come out on top? As mentioned earlier, gorillas and orangutans never meet in the wild, as they inhabit completely different continents. However, by analyzing their physical characteristics, combat abilities, and endurance, we can imagine what a confrontation between these two jungle giants would be like. Given the differences in size, strength, and attacking power, the gorilla would have a significant advantage. Its muscular body, greater weight, and destructive strikes would make it a formidable opponent in a direct fight. Additionally, its territorial instincts and defensive aggression would ensure that it fought with everything it had if it felt threatened. On the other hand, the orangutan, though incredibly intelligent and agile, lacks the same ability to inflict severe damage in combat. Its best chance would be to avoid the fight, using its mobility in the trees to escape an unfavorable confrontation. In the end, if this battle took place on the ground, the gorilla would likely emerge victorious most of the time. However, it's important to note that both primates prefer to avoid unnecessary fights, often resolving disputes through displays of strength, intimidating vocalizations, and body language. More important than the fight for survival. While it's intriguing to imagine a showdown between two of the planet's largest primates, there is a far more real and pressing battle taking place: the fight for the survival of these species in the wild. Both gorillas and orangutans face serious threats such as deforestation, illegal hunting, and wildlife trafficking. Gorillas are classified as vulnerable or critically endangered, depending on the subspecies, while orangutans are experiencing alarming declines due to the destruction of the rainforests in Borneo and Sumatra. They are not just impressive animals, they are crucial pieces in the ecological balance of their habitats. So, if we admire these creatures so much, the least we can do is support their preservation, spreading awareness and backing initiatives that strive to ensure they continue to exist for many generations to come. That's it for today, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it for more content about the animal world.